Well, back again. I was gonna put on the glasses so I can see the comments a little better, and I'm getting this really nice glare just coming back and forth. So I'm gonna take them off. You can't even see my eyeballs. So, oh well. I'll have it read to me or do my best if we can. Right now we're having some small technical difficulties with other computers and things like that. So I will do the best I can with what I got. How's everyone tonight? Are we doing good? Good evening, Cassandra. In fact, I'm sorry for a little while until we get the other computer up and running. I'll have to wear the glasses. So, pardon me. You'll have to deal with the glare as much as I do. Oh, yeah, sorry. uh, we're getting everything up and going right now. Tonight was kind of, I didn't plan on real set talk. I have a couple things I want to go through with everybody that wants to listen. What was going on today and what we have going on in the future. Some of the new things we got going. Plus, I wanted to leave the forum completely open right now for whatever questions you may have, things we may be able to talk to. So go ahead and chime in as we go through a few things. As you can see right there, we're up and running a little bit more. I actually kind of did a little bit of a job today to answer that one to you, Mike. I'm going to go through that here in just a minute because we were over in Beaver, Utah. So I'll go through that in just a minute. We got that. We got progress. I like progress. We also got some try out some of the equipment, get it rolling. Today, we got the opportunity to go over to Beaver, Utah. I know a lot of stuff's been fairly close, but it's been stuff I've been needing to do for the last couple of years. So, Beaver, Utah is just north of where I'm at, and it was actually noted for a while as having the best tasting water, which that's just as boring of a town as you can get. So, no, it was actually a lot of fun. In fact, I posted a picture earlier. I was doing some research on the Indian princess there, which ironically there's an Indian boy's grave there as well. The Indian princess was 16, the Indian boy's grave, I couldn't even find the dates, but I'm doing the research on that, and then on top of that, I wanted to take the time to go over to a house. We spent the better part of the day over there going through quite a bit of stuff. This house is about to be unavailable for what we wanted to do, so we had to jump on it fast. So went over there and did it a little bit here, a little bit there, and finalized it today during the day. Got some really beautiful pictures and things. So I'll be coming up with some of those. Some of them might not be paranormal pictures. I have to wait until they finish signing the release names, places, things like that, and then I can post those up. And the ones from my sister's house before, those will be coming up this week. I actually got those finally loaded up and ready to go. So I'll get you some more stuff going on that. I hope everybody's okay with me. I'm just we're trying to get it going as fast as possible. It's kind of hard when you're sitting full time. See me? Huh? No. Can you see it?
On here I can.
Okay. Last week we had a problem that there was people were asking questions and they wouldn't show up on here. I'm really sorry about that, and I hope that I was able to get to everybody's questions and answer them as quick as I could. I really do apologize about that, but I can't control what Facebook pops up here and what they don't. So hopefully we can avoid that today. If I don't answer your question right away, you can try and repost it, message me with it, whatever it is. I'll take the time to go through as best as I can. So let's take these on. That glare into them is just driving me up the wall. Anyway, so while we were over there in Beaver, Utah, for those who are into the history part of the ghost hunting or any matter, Beaver, Utah is where Butch Cassidy is from. If you're not in the western United States, especially with western heroes, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, they all originate right up here. What's that? Okay. So we have, so it actually has quite a history, and you can go through Beaver and over to Circleville and see one of Butch Cassidy's original homes. There's actually several hideout homes through there and original barns, things like that. There was some of the English settlers that came through the area actually selling beaver. And, number one, I don't know why. So, please. There actually, when I was over there, I was talking with a few of the people about urban legends around the town. I went to, it's a pawn shop there, which happened to be open on a Sunday in Utah, which anything open Sunday in Utah is just incredible. And it's the Utah's largest used gun seller. And I'll tell you, it was a lot of fun. We were thinking about buying a belt buckle gun anyway. And they were telling me about that there's a mine that stretches between 2 points, 2 very far points actually, and there's supposed to be a payload in the middle of them, things like that. I'll get into more of the urban legend because I'll actually post about it later on. But it kind of made me think: is this why the Englishmen and stuff settled there? So there's still a lot to go, but my concentration were about the Indian Princess and the property we were on. It was a beautiful property. This property had been around for quite some time. You had the original old thick Coke bottles just laying in an old wooden crate outside. Bicycles, real old bicycles, still in a building that's barely being held up, but these bicycles are still intact. Old farm equipment. It was a lot of fun to be on, and it was remarkable. I really had a great time, and I'll be back there this next weekend, helping take care of some stuff as promised, because that's what we do. Let's see. Do I ever think I will do this full time? I hope that one day I can do this full time, Mike. I'm working towards it as far as I can. In fact, I'm actually going to explain that here in a bit too. There's a couple new things going on, and like I told everybody, I want to share with them, so I'm going to share that with you too. In fact, I'll share that now. Just recently, my lawyer actually got Forevermore, my book, Forevermore Memoirs of the Grim Reaper, released from the original publisher. Let me just say, it is bittersweet for me. It's been over a year trying to fight them to get it back. This publisher decided to breach contract multiple times. Then literally did nothing, and then I actually did my own marketing. I had friends working with me, and it actually gained popularity on its own for a bit. So I went to Barnes & Noble to get the book put in the stores there, and they absolutely loved it. And then Green Ivy decided, because they didn't want it for some reason on the shelves or whatever, they recategorized it as a textbook. And so in all bookstores across the U.S., textbooks are order only, unless you go to a college, but you get what I mean. So, literally just killed it right then and there. So I spent the last year fighting with it. My lawyer and I finally got everything signed, and the full rights are back to me. So now I get to proceed on with Forevermore Memoirs of the Grim Reaper, finding a new either literary agent or going straight to a publisher. Where that's since it happened Friday, I might submit to both and see what happens first and what I like. But on top of that, this will actually prompt the second book to get finished up. And then, now that I have that stress off me, I like to add new stress by going, I'm going to pick up the copyrights of the show, and I'm going to run with them again and see where they go. We almost had the show up and going here back in 2009 before the market crash, and then I decided to, dwell in self-pity and then write the book. But that's okay there, so we're going to pick it back up and run with it. So yes, hopefully I'll be doing this full-time. I'm going to start looking at production companies again, sponsors, things like that. I just got to get my bearings. I got to get everything around my head. And now that I'm not worried about one of my prized possessions, which is my book, Forevermore Memoirs of the Grim Reaper. And again, you can still find a couple first editions out there on Amazon. I think Barnes & Noble has 1 or 2 left on their online. They were able to carry it online. So if anybody wants it, there's still a couple first editions out there. But a second edition will be released, and I actually will probably be having a new cover and everything for it, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's see what I got. I'm going to come up here close because I took off the glasses so I don't have that glare. Let's see. Hey to you too. Let's see. Brenda Green. Do I use empaths? Yes, actually, quite a bit, actually. especially when you are one. Let's see. My place is haunted. Bed shake. Pictures fall. Hear voices. Last night my pillow got smacked when I was sleeping. Now this don't scare me, but any advice? Okay, best advice I can give to you is, well, the first thing I would ask you is why why do you think it would be haunted? Did something. The reason I'm asking this is because some people have something that followed them. Some people they moved into it. Some people, the ground had it. Some have something that wandered through, and then there's the ones that I call leeches that attach to you and follow you around until you get rid of them. You know, if you want it to calm down, I know I sound like a broken record when I do it, but it's tried and true for me. Smudging works, salting works. I love doing the rose stems above the door to keep things out, things like that to calm it down. If it's becoming a real issue, you know, there's several ways to do it. I'm sure you have probably in your area a group or a Wiccan group that could probably also help you in that field if it's becoming a problem. Which it sounds like if it's bugging you while sleeping, it has become a problem. So let's throw that out there for you, okay? Let's see. When you go to different places, do you use local people that are sensitives? Yes and no, okay? The reason I say yes, because I've actually met some great sensitives in some of the places I went to. You go around Nevada, Arizona, California, Idaho, Colorado, Arkansas, Kansas, things like that. You're going to run into a couple. I have to be careful with who I use because I have to trust that they're authentic and not falsifying information. I use one particular around me. She's fantastic. I have a different set of what I do, but she is just incredible. So I use her quite a bit, and she's always willing to jump on board and help me out with an investigation here and there. In fact, I'll have to get with her here soon about a couple that I have to have me and one other person go on. So I'm working on that. So it's yes, it all varies. So I have to actually trust the person I'm using, and I know you understand why. Let's see. The last I rent from has 3 dead husbands, and the urns are in a room. Wow. 3 dead husbands, urns in a room. Did she kill them? I mean, I hope not. But hey, you know what? You never know. Sometimes that arsenic is a pain in the butt back in the day. I guess they didn't really look for it as much as they do today. But no, I'm just playing. You know, it's possible the remains have sat there, and good smudging and salting around them wouldn't hurt anything. Just to be honest with you. I rent a room, and it's just you guys. Well, good luck to you. She got 3 urns up there. Don't make it 4. Sorry. Are the urns good? Are the urns cool looking? I've got to ask that. I mean, that's the first thing in my head is like, what do they look like? Are they really neat looking? But I know you're wondering if there's anything attached to them, and that I don't know unless I was there. They could have something. They could have the husband still wandering around. I don't know. And the husbands might not like you because you're a male in the house and blah, 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 blah. I don't know. So, yeah, I'll have to go with that a little bit. Bill, what's up? How you doing today? So, and I always, people will tell me that they're like, I'll have a widow or a widower. Hey, had 3 ex-wife, 3 husbands, whatever. They're all dead. And I'm like, ooh, man, they in prison or no? Or what's going on? It's the day we live in. And if you actually want, if you get hooked on History Channel like I do, like was that Deadly Women? That was a real good one to watch. It made you trust your significant other for about a week. But it's like, oh, how's she going to kill me today? Don't ever watch A Million Ways to Die or 1,000 Ways to Die or whatever it's called, because then you just, everywhere you walk, you keep thinking how you're going to die too. So throw that at you. Let's see. No problem. That's actually a good point. EVP is always good. You never know. If you don't feel like invoking it too, it's just smudging. It's fine at that point. I'm going to get a drink of water. It's been a long day. We just got home a little bit ago. I'm sitting here. I had to put up the banner. That took all of 1 minute. I love this thing. Look at this. This is awesome stuff. Filming. I love it. It's beautiful. Well, it looks wrinkly, but it's beautiful for me. So I hope that... Anyway, so and that brings me to a point there, actually. Shout out to you, Richard. How you doing? Let me ask. I want to ask everybody a question. I have everyone on, and some people are watching. I'm actually going to post this too. I actually need help. Today, while in Beaver, I found the case to put all my camera equipment in. This thing is a monster. It's heavy as all get out, and I love every second of it because it protects everything that I take out with me. If it has a case inside a case, and most people tell you I have, how women have shoe fetishes. I love cases and backpacks for some reason. I don't know why. But what I want from you, and I'm gonna and I'll repay the favor. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I would like to see who would be willing to send me stickers of where they're at, the city, country, province, whatever it may be. I don't care. And here's the kicker though, is I would like you to sign it. But make sure I can still see the city and stuff like that. I want you to sign it, so it goes on that case. It goes wherever we go. The trade-off for that is there's actually going to be two. The first one is I'm going to have stickers made. I've been asked to do this, and I will repay you by sending you one out. I mean, the great part is a sticker in an envelope is 35 cents in the mail nowadays. So that's what I'd like to do. And here's 38 cents. I'm being reminded 40. Well. Uncle Sam needed his pennies. Remember when it was a quarter? Oh, I'm getting old. Anyway, so so I would send you one of ours out there, and if you want me to sign it or not, I don't. It's up to you. You can just tell me. I'll keep everything by the envelope. But I'm going to run this for the next 3 weeks, and at the end of the 3 weeks, I'm going to gather up all of them that have before I put it on there, and that's what I want your name, and I want you to have. Let me go with this. On the envelope, make sure your name is legible so I can read it, and your address so I can send it back. But I will keep everything together, and we're going to do one drawing over 3 weeks. And then once we've done that drawing, the one I pull out, I'm going to send to you guys your size, whatever, of the brand new shirts coming out for the Forevermore Paranormal. Okay? So, and as soon as I actually have the name drawn, I'm going to have them printed out, and yours is coming right to you. How's that for fair? You get a sticker anyway for sending me one, and I will get you a shirt for the one that gets drawn out. And the more unique, the better, because I'm going to tell you, I picked one up while I was in Beaver, Utah, and it says, I love Beaver. Yes, it does, and it's right there on that case, and I love every second of it. Okay, I'm going to go back and look what we got so far. Oh, you're in a loud location just watching. Okay, Richard, no problem. Hi from Buena Vista, Colorado again. Hey, Kim, how you doing today? We'll post it on Facebook as well. Did you post that one? No? Okay. So, we'll have that going on there, and I'll put that all together to get everybody rolling on that. And I'll actually be showing your stickers that come in. If you have a group, paranormal group, and you have your own sticker, that's fine too, as long as I can have the name of where you're at. But put all you guys on there. Put the signatures on there. But I'm going to tell you, I'm only sending one shirt out. So, so if it's you that sends the sticker, you get the shirt if you win. So we're going to put that out there, and we'll have it all done together. It looks like America Haunted came on. I'm sorry, I didn't know I typed. So, let me read this. I'm going to read it quietly for a second. Hello, Barbara. Okay, that one's a hard one because I don't know what kind of attachment might be attached to her. Is it was it of this earth or was it not? That's where I'm going to get nervous at. Why don't you do this for me? Okay, I'm going to hold up the email address. I'm going to have you email me the complete ins and outs of this, so I can better assess what suggestions I can give you. And also, let me know where you're at, not only state and city, but even down to the. You don't have to give me your exact address, but the street would be good. Please email me here. Hopefully, you can see it. Okay. So, and I'll put it up there too as well. So we'll have that going. That's a touchy one that if I'm going to get into it, it needs to be get into where I can really concentrate and think about the safety precautions and things like that. So if you don't mind on that one, Chelsea, please email me. Okay. So what do we got? Yeah, I know. I get in trouble for giving it. So, all right. What else we got going on? Yeah, I saw the messages. I'll get with it in a minute. This is what we're doing. So, we have a lot of the different things going on, but that's one thing that I wanted to put out there with you guys with the shirts and the stickers. And then I'll have them for sale, of course. I'll have the shirts up for sale. It'll be a fundraiser to get things moving on, quite a few other things. I also have, hopefully, I'll be getting the sketches tonight or tomorrow morning of the new Forevermore Memoirs of the Grim Reaper cover. I have a wonderful artist working with me, and she was supposed to send it to me today, but I know people get busy. I'm like the worst at it. So just throw that out there at you. Everybody knows that. I have like 15 people right now asking me what I thought of their pictures, and I have some great ones. I really do. There's been some fantastic pictures. There's been a few iffy ones. I never tell you that's not hot pictures. The hardest part of me looking at a picture is I wasn't there to take it, so I have to account for the surroundings. There was one that had just a ton of dust orbs in it when we opened it up and really took a look at it. And then there was something else in between that. Don't get me wrong, there was something else, but I'm hoping that they weren't counting the dust orbs as seeing other things. So we're moving that right along, so no problem with that. And then I have some brand new ones that just came in like less than 10 minutes ago, right before I was setting up, that I was having a lot of fun. And I'm still kind of flabbergasted on one because it's like it is so almost too perfect. It is. And they're assuring me that there's been no photoshopping, no issues with it, no apps associated with it, nothing, just straight camera. And if that's true, it is an absolutely remarkable pictures, I'll have to say. But before I can show any of those, I have permission to post them. But before I show any of those, I want to really thoroughly look to make sure that we're not hoaxing or anything like that, which I'm not accusing anybody of doing, but I'm just trying to let you know that I do a thorough job before I say anything. So we'll go with that. I also had one who was showing me some where I didn't see anything. I'm sorry. I did not see a thing. I blew these up. I looked at them for hours and saw nothing. And I don't know, and I don't want to approach you because they're so adamant that they're right there and having these problems. And I'm not saying they're not. I'm just saying that I didn't see anything. And that don't mean anything. Maybe if we did a hunt out there, maybe, but I didn't see anything. So, and then there's some where I might have saw something, but it might have been crap on the lens. So there's a lot of pictures still being worked on, and I'm sorry. And I'm still trying to get my own pictures worked on as well. That's not as easy as said and done when I'm doing this, that, and the other, and going to work every day, which again, yes, I'd like to do this full time, so I wouldn't have to go to work every day to have more time to look at pictures and do this and go out on the paranormal investigations, get everything set up. So soon. Okay. Let's see. I'm not the only admin. There is a lot of different things, but I'm sorry that if it doesn't come out quickly, I'm sorry. I'm trying the best I can. Everybody knows sometimes when you have a full-time job and you're trying to accomplish everything else, you just run lacking of time. So my apologies to that. In fact, there was just an inkling to me when I got home, just going, I'm going to bed. The heck with it. I haven't had much sleep all weekend, but you know what? I have so much fun with you guys. I said, what the heck? We're getting on here. We're getting on here live, and we're gonna have some fun. And then I'm going to bed. Regardless of anything, I'm shutting everything off. Phone's on. I'm going to bed. Ghost hunting, for all of you know, any kind of paranormal investigating or anything like that, it really takes a lot of energy in here, out here, everything. So I'm wiped clean. I really am. It's a lot of fun. What else we got? I haven't even seen Andrew. I wonder where he's been at. So that's one of the newest things we got going on with drawings and stuff. But I figured the drawing was a little bit more in tune to get everybody participating, and then in the end of it all, I get this cool box covered in really neat stickers with your names on them. I think that's just really going to be a lot of fun. And then right on top, I'll put a America Haunted or Forevermore Paranormal sticker on there. Then I'm going to put a Forevermore Memoirs of the Grim Reaper, and then I will put the title of the second book on there, which I'm not saying right now. I have to wait till I finish it. So. I ain't watching Walking Dead. I'm going to bed. In fact, I haven't even, honestly, I was into Walking Dead. I haven't watched anything past the first 2 episodes of this season. So we decided we're going to wait and catch up on that later. Not as important, and also like next Saturday I get to go back to Beaver and check some things out. And hopefully in the meantime, I'm really going to try to get something. I have to get something set up out there in another northern part of Utah, just barely north of me. I'm getting it set up. The only thing is that there is no team allowed in. It's basically me, maybe, or me and the person setting it up, maybe possibly one of the persons I have with them, but that's pretty much it because it has to be kept low tone. So that'll be a lot of fun where I get to go where no man is allowed to go before, and which is really going to be a lot of fun because shortly after it will be gone, destroyed. So it'll be so that's one of the surprise ones we have. I'm not saying where, when, and how, but we're getting it set up, and that's why we needed this because as you might, I don't know if you've seen some of the complete reels over there of Grafton and everything like that. You get people showing up, and even though you're trying to work and do things, they tend to be as loud as possible. Most people are usually pretty polite, but you still get a few. So we'll get it going on. We'll get it rolling really well. So who knows? See, you can tell that people are Walking Dead because that number of people watching is low today. Oh well, I'm here for you, and we'll get it done. We'll probably wrap it up. See, there's Andrew. I knew I'd see Andrew. Andrew, did you even hear the contest I just put out there? Because if not, you're going to have to roll back, or I'll have to wait for the post on there. Because I'd really like to get a sticker from you. So, Andrew, there we are. It's good to see everybody. It really is. I'm glad to see everybody's online. You can tell I'm tired because I'm running out of things as well. I could babble on all day, but I'm running out of things to say. Has anybody been on any good hunts lately? Speaking of the show and things like that, also we're going to put together a few things. I know that I have some association with some producers, and I know I have some possible people in my back pocket that can help me figure out a few things that I've worked with in the past. So I'll put that to the test and see where I can go from there. When I originally created it, it was very hard to get where it was. I don't think it's going to be as hard this time around because I have a fair knowledge and I'm not starting from square one. Andrew, it's all good. I just like flipping the garbage. It's totally cool. I'm just messing with you. Stephanie, what kind of things do you do, if anything, to prevent spirits from attaching to you after your ghost hunt? I have a way of closing myself off to do it. It doesn't work 100%. They're 50% of the time. Well, no, 20% of the time something gets through and follows me home, but I usually have to get rid of it. About that, usually I'll do a closing and then a cleansing. I've done some of the Native American ones. I like the sage, using that. It seems to do really well. I carry a couple personal possessions with me that are near and dear to me. that usually keep me protected from the things such as that. They've been blessed and what have you. I have my own ways. Everybody has their own ways, I think, at this point. I've even been known not to do anything and be fine, but it's not the best idea in the world either. Let's see. I don't know, Sin. I have no idea. So, we're trying to get a lot of other things going on. I'm going to try to be on Sundays. Next month starts with my normal work of maintenance month, so you won't see me. I'll be scheduling posts, but Sunday you'll see me, but that's probably the most of it because 12, 13-hour days are brutal, especially with what I do for an actual living. So we'll get that rolling there. But I'll still be here, and we'll still continue to do things to get things done. It'll be a lot of fun. Hopefully. I was trying to win the lottery so I didn't have to, but it didn't work. Somebody in Indiana got it. Oh, and if there's anybody from Gatlinburg, Tennessee, if you have any cool suggestions, I'm looking to head there sometime this year. Maybe. We're kind of looking at some things. So I want to throw that out there. If you have any suggestions on that. So, I don't know. Yeah, I know I got to get one set up that Sin wanted to come down and go do one, and I haven't. Busy, I'll tell you, especially with everything else I got going on. So I'll keep on for a little longer, and then let anybody wants to ask any questions, please feel free to do so. And then I'm going to close out, and I'm going to go lay in my recliner. I'm going to relax for the rest of the evening with my wife and probably just chill out. It'll be nice. So, no problem, Stephanie, anytime. If you have any other questions, too. Oh, let me throw this out there to you, too, Stephanie. If you're getting objects to protect yourself, let me just give you straight advice. Stay away from eBay, Amazon. There is a separate California Sun Psychic stuff. It's not associated with California Psychics. Just be real careful. What I usually do is you can usually go into some of your local shops that deal in these little trinkets that you can keep with you to keep you protected, and they'll be knowledgeable about them. They'll tell you about them. They can work with you on them. But just all that crap they sell online, I would just be really wary of if you go that route. Just kind of throw that out there at you. I didn't want you to jump on eBay and say, "Hey, good luck charm says I'll get $1 million." You just got a piece of tin that just might as well throw in the garbage. But FYI. Let's see. What kind of Yeah, it's a slow one today, and I don't mind that at all. So I'll give it about a couple more minutes, and then we're going to be done. Because yeah, I'm a broken. When I'm tired, I'm a broken record over and over and over again. I really am. And that the fact that spending a few time, I got to do some more research on the place that I've been looking at. That's the surprise. So. Uh-oh. Tammy hopped on. Means I got to spend 3 minutes instead of 2. Hi, Tammy. So we're rolling it. I got some information. I didn't know because, like I said, I'm not like the closest friends with the Warrens. I just was able to be educated by them in small doses and stuff, and was mourning the death of Ed when he died back in 2006, I believe it was. But I guess the Annabelle doll is being moved. I was given an article about it, and I will post about it this week, so you can have a chance to read about it yourself, get your own opinions on things. It's part of their museum is being moved, and it makes a lot of people nervous. So watch out for that. It'll give you something to read about. All right, Andrew, I will do. So I'll put that out there. I also got some amazing stuff that I've been looking at. I'll throw on some pictures we got. They might not be paranormals, but it'll see some of the areas that I'm researching right now as I'm getting ready to do investigations. So just know that I'll keep you in the loop of everything. So, if you have any suggestions on things, please feel free to jump out there and let me know. I'd love to hear it. And then we have AJ. I have a new AJ, and I go way back. Look at that. Hey AJ, how you doing? So, see, everybody's going to get confused now. When you get now that I'm actually coming out in the open, and people, they're going to know all my nicknames. But from Tammy and Bubba, and then AJ, they're not going to go Sivert, and so that makes it a lot of fun too, especially when people message me and go, "Hey Bubba, thank you for that, Tammy. I wanted to tell you how much I appreciate that one." So I'm really happy to have that around here. So, yeah. So we're going to have that. Oh, and as soon as I have the cover done, I'll be showing that. I'm actually going to turn some of her other pictures into shirts as well. Some of her black and white stuff that she's sending over to me. So that'll go to promote the book. I know it's be before it goes into the publisher and stuff like that, but that's okay. Any promotion to get it started is okay with me, I think. So I'm going to look at different things. The Forevermore Paranormal is the only one I'm making stickers for right now. I still have some of the original bookmarks that were made that were specially made. Stephanie specially made them for me that I can send out if anybody would like one. Just let me know. You're always my bub. I know. So if anybody would like one, let me know too. I'll trade you that for a sticker as well. So, gotta give it one more minute. I know, Walking Dead, more important. Hey, I'm willing. It's just that this flesh is weak as hell. I'm just done. I'm down. So I think we're going to wrap it up. I'm having a hard time even keeping my head sitting up at this point. So with that, I want to just a quick reminder. Send me a sticker. I'll post that probably tomorrow as a contest, and to try and get some really cool stickers for this thing. The new book, or the republication of the book, hopefully will be very soon. It's just got a literary agent or publisher. That's what I've got to look at, and that's going to take some time. The ghost hunts that I'm about to do, it's what I got to do. I've been asked by some, I can't take you on there. I'm sorry. I know I had a long conversation with a couple of you. I have to stick with what's within my capabilities and what people allow to do on the properties. So for that, I'm sorry. But, if you are able to get one set up yourself, I'd be happy to join with you, and we'll talk over it a little bit. As that goes, I think we have everything put in line. So for that, I would like to thank you all, as I like to do. It's all of you that make this possible. I will be putting together a few more things and talking with you some more. I will actually try to jump on live one more time before Sunday. I can't guarantee anything, but I'm going to give a shot for about a 20-minute span, because it seems to me that I'm getting an avalanche of questions shortly after this, so this way I can give others an opportunity. So with that, anyway, with that, I'd like to tell you all thank you again. I hope everybody is having a wonderful night, and please be safe out there, and happy hunting. Thank you very much for joining me.